thank you to all the mums who nominated me, especially Sarah Ward, who sadly lost her baby Arlen. And I want to dedicate this award to all the ones of PPROM who didn't make it through. I just want to ask everyone a quick question. How many, can you put your hands up, have you heard of PPROM? Can the ones who aren't medical professions, can you put your hands down? Keep all your hands up if you know what PPROM is. And all the ones who are medical professions, can you put it all down, please? I think this speaks volumes that we need to talk about PPROM, which is when you water spray before 37 weeks of pregnancy. The reason I started Little Heartbeats is because in April 2010, I lost my firstborn, and when I went to the birth centre and I said, my waters have gone, the midwife told me I was being silly and sent me home. A week later, I lost my firstborn. Not only did I lose her, the care that I had was unacceptable. I had to give birth. The midwife asked me if I wanted to hold my daughter. And to this day, I never forgiven myself because when I did birth her, I didn't hold her at the beginning. And one of the other things that happened, the reason I didn't call Little Heartbeats after my daughter Sinead was because after I had the scan confirming I had no waters left, when I got back onto the ward, the doctor, I asked her, can I please listen into my baby with a Doppler? She says, I'm sorry, we're not going to let you listen into your daughter. Later on the following morning, I gave birth. And one thing I wanted to do, I've been doing this for a number of years now, and last year we sent out information packs basically on PPROM. Many of our mums are told to terminate the pregnancy under 24 weeks, saying there isn't any hope. And we say there is hope, and we don't know which babies will make it through, and the ones that don't make it through. I just want to read some of the mums' comments. By Amanda Robertson, in memory of her baby Hope, born at 28 weeks pregnancy. Those 26 hours with you, Hope, meant the world to us. We never will forget you. By Raquel Press, Little Heartbeats helped me when I was lost and scared. They gave me hope and the knowledge about PPROM, which gave me the power to fight for my daughter Lily. I will forever be grateful to Little Heartbeats. Chloe Carver, in memory of Lucas. We will never forget those 4 precious hours. Thank you so much for Little Heartbeats. And we have so many more. The hours meant everything. Even though the baby did not survive, they know that they gave them every single little chance. And I think it's about being informed, being knowledgeable. I would absolutely love to, in honour of them, is to ask every single NHS hospital to have our posters up. I am kind of like hitting brick walls at the moment because nobody wants to talk about. I got half of the NHS calling it, half of it calling wrong. PPROM has NICE guidelines, and it did used to have RCOG guidelines. We are working with the RCOG to produce a patient leaflet information thing, because when your waters go, it can lead to other complications, and we want to inform our mums so when they do lose a baby, they're not totally traumatic by it. And I think one of the things that worries me is some mums go in, have PPROM, they get sent home, and then they ring up and say, oh, I'm cramping, and we've had a couple who have gone back into hospital, and they got sent home, and they ended up having to give birth, at home by themselves, and they're messaging us, and we feeling really guilty because we can't do anything. All we can do is encourage them to go back, encourage them to talk to you, and we just want to ask you, please just instead of making it all doom and gloom, you know, give them, you know, we don't want to give false hope, but we want them to have the knowledge that it is possible. And if the baby doesn't survive, is to make sure that experiences of losing the baby, explain what will happen when they labour, explain to them when they have to make choices about postmortems, when they have to make choices about placenta testing, and to know that they're allowed to have as much time with that baby as possible. I would like to quickly thank Andy, who works tirelessly with doing our graphics. He's made all our posters, all our logo, and it's really made us stand out. And I would like to thank Dr. Anna David at the UCLH, who's currently researching why the membranes don't always heal, and she has supported my work, and I would like to thank her. And I would also like to thank my partner Phil, who puts up with me because I'm constantly on Facebook, because our mum's come through on Facebook and he thinks I'm just playing on my phone, but I'm not. I'm talking to women in the early hours of the morning, talking through them, whether they are fighting in the neonatal, whether they're fighting to keep their pregnancy, or they're dealing with having to say goodbye to their baby. And every single one of our mums would love to have a PPROM, their heartbeats poster in every single hospital. And I hope we can deliver that soon. I'd just like to say thank you to everyone, and congratulations to all the other nominees, because I really didn't think I was going to get this award tonight. And it really has